Alright, yo guys, what's going on? It's Rage, and here for today's video, I've got something very special to share with you all. This here is some Modern Warfare 2 Remastered gameplay from the community-made Black Ops 3 mod. Almost 2 years ago, I made this video on all of the details from this mod and what the road plan for it was at the time. The gameplay here is recorded from the test session that I mentioned in that video, so the footage that you're watching comes from September of 2020, and it is extremely early pre-alpha footage of the mod. I want to go ahead and take a quick second to give a huge shout out and thank you to my man Andy, Gun of Truth, for allowing me to share this with you all. Now there's a whole lot that I want to cover in this video as far as what happened to this mod, along with the new Modern Warfare 2 2022 reveal trailer gameplay, and what exactly does this mean for the future of a potential official Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer release. The first thing I want to cover is what it was like to play the mod and kind of give you all a rundown as to what happened here. So this all started in 2020 when the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remaster was dropped seemingly out of nowhere, and it just left us wondering, what does this mean for the multiplayer? There were the rumors in 2018 as to it being campaign only, and none of us seemed to believe it at the time. Now fast forward a few years and that's exactly what turned out to be true. Also, there was this statement released from Activision or Infinity Ward at the time where they said that they didn't release the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remaster because they feel that they made a lot of changes that they didn't know how we were going to react to it, and they had plans to bring in more old school Modern Warfare 2 stuff into Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone at the time. Which again, fast forward a couple of years into hindsight, that's not what happened either. So at the time, Andy and the team decided to take matters into their own hands and give it a shot. The game plays on the Black Ops 3 engine, and as you can imagine, it felt exactly like playing Black Ops 3 just without the jetpacks. All of the weapon assets like the models, animations, sound design, everything like that were dumped from the MW2 campaign remaster, and one of the funnier things about it was being able to mantle over super high objects, and with that we were able to jump out a terminal really easily and explore outside of the map, which was really cool. Obviously though, in due time things would have been ironed out to feel more like Modern Warfare 2. Now I want to go ahead and put a tweet up on the screen from Andy. This here explains the reason why he ended up canceling the mod, and one of the biggest issues with the mod was actually out of his and the devs' control. One of the biggest problems with the mod was the asset limitation in Black Ops 3. I believe the numerical value of it was like 57, 58 or something like that. If I'm remembering this correctly, there are 42 base weapons in Modern Warfare 2. Each weapon is one asset, and one attachment is one asset. This means that there would have been weapons in the mod without attachments. They would have had to have been cut to fit the asset limit, and given that there's upwards of 5 attachments that can go on one individual gun, there would have been loads of guns in the game without attachments. So many things would have had to have been left out. So even that alone, the game wouldn't have been a complete remaster. Now on a positive note, I was talking with Andy recently, and I recall him saying that he and some of the other devs may have found a workaround to the asset limit. He's currently working on his new mod called Paint Ops, which is going to be a Call of Duty paintball mod on Black Ops 3 that is also being tested with and could use some assets from the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered mod. So definitely give a look into this if you're interested. In the future though, this might mean that the MW2 Remaster mod itself could come back, but we're not sure of that just yet. Now on top of the limits of the Black Ops 3 engine, there was this massive gray area in relation to Activision as far as the mod goes, even with the title being Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. While yes, you would have had to own Black Ops 3 on PC to play it, you would have already technically paid Activision as per usual. However, the devs couldn't accept any sort of donations or anything like that because it could have been viewed as paying for something that already belongs and is owned by Activision. And on top of the name alone, it could have caused a whole mess of potential legal issues. That with the potential at the time of a real Modern Warfare 2 Remaster multiplayer coming out, it was an uncertain risk, not just in the legal sense, but in time and effort as well. We really didn't know what Activision was going to do as far as Call of Duty was going, because at the time, in April of 2020, the pandemic was in full swing. We didn't know if they were going to end up releasing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer in place of Black Ops Cold War, given that that development cycle was also going through a really rough patch, so everything was super up in the air and we really didn't know what was going to happen. So imagine the scenario where Andy and the team finished developing the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered mod, and then Activision dropped the real MW2 Remastered on top of that. It could have caused a lot of issues, again, not just legally, but as far as like time, effort, everything. We just didn't know what was going to happen. Obviously, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is a very hot topic, and I am still in firm belief that there is a real Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer out there, despite what they may or may not have done to it, that it is the ace up their sleeve, and Activision is saving it until the time is absolutely right. With Modern Warfare 2 2022 coming soon though, I personally do not believe it will see the light of day anytime soon, unfortunately, and as much as it kills me to say it, we may never see it, honestly. Even from the reveal trailer, we saw a very small snippet of High Rise, and maybe Activision and Infinity Ward are content to just bring those Modern Warfare 2 assets into the new MW2 and just leave the 2009 one completely behind. And again though, like I said earlier, keep in mind that's exactly what they had said when asked what about multiplayer at the time when the campaign remaster dropped. Now even with all of that, we still have to keep in mind that in the summer of 2023, next year, Call of Duty will no longer be with Activision. Ownership will be handed over to Microsoft, and who knows what plans they may or may not have for any future remasters. Really, only time will tell. The possibilities though do seem endless, as in 2023 there's not going to be a new mainline Call of Duty launching in October or November. We're not due for a new one up until 2024, and who knows what they're going to do to fill the gaps in time. So while it seems extremely unlikely at this point that we'll ever get a true Modern Warfare 2 remaster, we never truly know for sure. That is unless the devs outright say otherwise, like, alright guys, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is never happening, just drop it, let it go. But until that day comes though, I'm still holding on to faith, no matter how unlikely. Now, with the new gameplay trailer of MW2 2022, I want to say that it looks absolutely incredible, and according to Ralph's Valve, that is pre-alpha footage. That is mind-boggling. It may be the reason why it looks so much like Modern Warfare 2019, and again, I'm personally holding off judgment up until we actually get to play the game. However, one worry of mine though is, what are they going to do to make it stand out and not make it feel just like Modern Warfare 2019 2? When we think of COD 4 going into Modern Warfare 2, there was a massive change in graphics, weapon design, everything. Everything about the game was drastically different and improved upon. But then, going from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3, there wasn't that drastic of a change, and that's why MW3 got a lot of heat at the time, because it didn't do much to stand out from the previous game. That's why it was deemed Modern Warfare 2.5. My hope is that they change enough around to make it feel different, as this is the new COD for the next 2 years, and if we have a situation like we did in 2011, we may experience a very quick burnout, and we cannot have that. Now again though, to be fair, this is after seeing a grand total of maybe 10 minutes of gameplay footage from trailers that apparently come from the pre-alpha, so I'm sure things will be different, but nonetheless, it is still a little bit of a worry of mine. On the positive side though, I will say they did a killer job of getting me on the nostalgia. The campaign mission looks like it goes from the only easy day was yesterday in Modern Warfare 2 to Crew Expendable in COD 4. I'm truly so excited for the campaign, and I cannot wait to play it on launch. Now, with that being said, that's all I got for this video. Go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think of all of this, the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered mod, Modern Warfare 2 2022, all of that. Once again, if you guys are interested, go ahead and check out Paint Ops, link down in the description below, and also feel free to go ahead and join into my Discord so you guys never miss pings when I post new videos here to YouTube, as well as when I go live on Twitch. Thank you all so much for checking out this video. It's been Rage, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.